another DVD Blu-ray review from Gina at hauntedflower.com and hauntedflowerreviews.com. Today I'm going to be talking about Water for Elephants on Blu-ray plus digital copy, Trespass on Blu-ray, and also Snowflower and the Secret Fan on DVD. Let's start with Water for Elephants. After watching this movie, I was able to put my Robert Pattinson prejudices aside. I really liked it. Didn't expect to. This was the first time I'd seen it. I missed it in theaters. Really liked it. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that you've got Reese Witherspoon here, whom I love. I think she's wonderful. And also Christoph Waltz, who is also amazing. And there's this story of them being in a circus. Christoph Waltz is the owner, leader of the circus. Reese Witherspoon plays his wife, and Robert Pattinson plays a kid that one day just kind of has to run away and join the circus because things have changed in his life, and that's how he decides to deal with it. And along the way, he becomes helpful to the animals, and I think that's what I really loved about the film was the animals. Rosie the elephant won my heart. I loved this elephant. And the fact that he was training this elephant and he cared so much about it, the both of them did, and Christoph Waltz was so mean to the elephant, apparently that's what got me. That was the girly hook that got me in this movie, was just, oh, everyone cares for the animals. So with that in mind, I could believe that a romance would form because I just find that very admirable in a person to have a love and a care for animals. I thought that the circus atmosphere was so cool. I loved the color saturation in all those scenes. I loved the performance value. It looks amazing. I love how the movie is put together. I was a pretty big fan of this movie. I was surprised by how much I liked it. For bonus features on it, you get a thing on Robert Pattinson, a thing on Reese Witherspoon, a thing on the elephant, whose real name is Ty. Secrets of the Big Top, talking about developing the circus. You get a whole behind-the-scenes thing on the book, how transforming the book to the movie, how the author came up with the idea for the book in the first place, all the research she did, all the accuracy they went for, the visual elements, how they broke that down. If you are a visual elements nerd, you can watch that feature for about 20 minutes. While they peel away the layers and show you what they added, like, oh, look, they popped a tree in that scene. And there's also an audio commentary with the director and writer, none of the cast, though. Really liked it, really recommend it. I think you should give this a rental this week for sure. Trespass on Blu-ray, starring Nicolas Cage and Nicole Kidman. This one, I want you to steer clear from, because oh my gosh, is it annoying. It also has the daughter from another Blu-ray movie that I recently reviewed called Trust, that poor girl who became victim to a sexual predator online. Yeah, she's in this movie, and once again, she's a young girl that has everything in front of her, but it's getting mixed in with the wrong crowd at school and sneaks out to go to a party the same night that their family gets held at gunpoint and robbed in their giant mansion of a house. This is a morality piece. They're trying to point out stupid things rich people do and make a point, and I really didn't enjoy it. I hate the characters. I think that they're whiny. Nicolas Cage is like a diamond guy, and Nicole Kidman is a neglected housewife, and when they're put up against the wall with guns in their faces, they both yell and whine. Everyone in this film is either screaming or whining or, oh, it's grating on the nerves. You don't want to cheer for anyone in this film because they all have so many friggin' faults. It's ridiculous. Not a fan. For special features, you get Trespass inside the thriller where they talk about making the movie. But I advise that you just don't bother because it's awful. Awful! Last, we have Snowflower and the Secret Fan. If you'd like to hear the complete review for that, I have a video just devoted to that earlier here on my channel, but I'm going to give you the sum-up version. Two girls are best friends. They are sworn sisters for life. They are Laotong. It's very special. The root of it is Chinese foot binding, which is a horrible, horrible, mean practice done to young girls. And young girls with perfect feet have a better chance of marrying better men. And it's about the relationship between these two women. Flash forward many years, it's also about the relationship between two women in modern day. One of them is in a coma, and the other is anxiously by her side trying to figure out what happened to her best friend because they'd been apart after an argument. So it flips back and forth between the stories, one of which is interesting and the other is not. The modern one, not so much. There's a strange scene where they suddenly needed an Australian man who could sing and got Hugh Jackman, so he has a strange cameo in this film. What is worth seeing in this film is the special feature, actually. It's just called The Sworn Sisterhood of the Secret Fan, and it's generally a behind-the-scenes piece talking about the book, the ideas, the research, the real-life stories of what happened back then, and also it tells you a lot about the cast and the making of the film. And there are some interesting things in here, like both of our leads were not very good with English before making this film and learned that in the process of making the film they could get a lot better at English. Also, one of them is Korean and her Mandarin is not very good, and she wasn't able to capitalize on the Mandarin, so she actually spoke her lines in Korean and they were dubbed in Mandarin, and her co-star was responding in Mandarin, so they would have to know the meaning of their lines to share a scene together even though they weren't even speaking the same language, which I thought was pretty darn impressive. Costumes are beautiful, the colors are beautiful in this film, but I just really don't like the relationships in the story that we're flashing back from, if you get what I'm saying. So, not super worth your time. I think it'd be better just to go read up on the actual history, which is a lot more fascinating. The winner this week is definitely Water for Elephants. I was surprised and I really enjoyed it. Is it the best movie I saw this year? Absolutely not. But it won me over. It goes into the good pile. And not a lot of movies do when you see as many as I do every year. So thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll join me again next time for another movie, anime, or DVD Blu-ray review. Bye! For more reviews and to find out about free contest giveaways, go to hauntedflowerreviews.com. My reviews are also available as a podcast on iTunes. Search for Haunted Flower Reviews and subscribe and leave us feedback and comments. Our store is hauntedflower.com, where we specialize in fantastic licensed apparel from movies, TV shows, video games, anime, and more. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/hauntedflower and Twitter at haunted_flower. If you're local to the Indianapolis area, visit indiemojo.com for details on how you can win free screening passes.